Over the last couple months, I've been playing a lot of adventure games on the PS4 and loving it. And there's a brand new one, Her Majesty's Spiffing, now available. But is this space adventure, like traveling to faraway galaxies, going where no man has gone before? Or does it just end up burning up in the atmosphere? Her Majesty's Spiffing is a classic adventure game where you get control of your main character, explore around the spaceship, solving some puzzles, and exploring where your ship ends up landing. The game's story revolves around the Queen of England wanting to re-establish the British Empire, but not here on Earth, but instead in space, so she makes the Special Planetary Investigative Force for inhabiting new galaxies, aka Spiffing. In the game, you're controlling the main character of English, who's the captain of the ship, who does his best to try to figure out what's going on and solve the problems, but he's a bit of a bumbling type character, making plenty of mistakes and plenty of jokes as well. While you get freedom to kind of explore around the ship and where you end up landing, the area and scope of the game is pretty limited. This allows you to usually find what you need to interact with and the objects that you need in order to solve the game's inventory style puzzles. Outside of the inventory like puzzles though, there really isn't any other puzzles that you're going to be solving in order to get through the game. The thing that makes this game worth playing for many is going to be the humor in the writing. It's very well written with a ton of nerd humor. You have references to not only other video games, the Resident Evil series, but sci-fi movies like Planet of the Apes, as well as of course Star Trek, Star Wars, and even Windows references. In fact, at one point you have to use a dial-up modem in order to write a driver to a floppy disk. While there was a couple of times where I had to do a bit of extra exploring and kind of thinking for a few moments of what inventory items I could use, especially when it comes to combining a couple of things late game, but for the most part I was able to kind of get things going and was able to complete the game rather quickly. From the technical side of things, the game ran smoothly. I didn't run into any slowdown, crashing of any sort. There was one time in particular where it kind of locked up for a moment I thought, but then the game just was loading and got along with the next portion. Her Majesty's Spiffing is available on the PlayStation 4 for $18.49. It does feature a full trophy list and a platinum, and it's another one of those really easy platinums, especially if you follow a guide to get your way through, as there's a couple of things you may end up doing and have to replay the game, because you can end up using inventory items to solve some puzzles, but you could actually save that inventory item for later and get a different trophy another way. So there's a couple of ways to kind of get through a few of the areas of the game, so you may need to replay, or if you use a guide, you'll be able to get everything pretty quickly in your first time through. Well, I had no real issues with the game other than its short length. In fact, in order to complete it, it took me less than an hour to do so, and that was even with a couple of little mistakes here and there. But the humor is quite good. Launching a cow into space, as well as plenty of nerd-related jokes, had me chuckling a few times and enjoying the short ride that it ended up being. With everything said, I'm going to be giving Her Majesty's Spiffing a 6 out of 10. But anyway guys, that's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course I hope you enjoyed.